Hey, Justin Chamness here, Real Estate Wholesalers Club. I want to welcome you to the live show this Wednesday at noon. We have a great show prepared for you. We have wholesaler questions. I've got a great question that came from a wholesaler this week, and it's, when do I, as a wholesaler, buy title insurance? Is that at closing or is that before when I sign the contract? And I've got two other questions from wholesalers this week, and we're going to address those questions just for you guys right here on Real Estate Wholesalers Club Live. We'll be right back. Well, all right. Hey, guess what? Today's my birthday. I'm 42 years old today, and so, I've got a lot to think about. 42 years here on this dirt ball, if that's what you believe it is, and I'm thankful for every day of it. And I think I've lived an incredible life. I've done things and I've seen things and I've experienced things. I've got stories that most guys would be like, man, I think most guys would be like, wow, that's pretty cool. And, I was born and raised in Lexington, Kentucky, just kind of which is not a small city, but it's, and then I grew up in Versailles, Kentucky, which is pretty close to there. And that was a small community when I was growing up. And I've had I kind of came from Kentucky, and to be in the Midwest and to have as many friends and connections and experiences and the ability to do what I do, I feel very, 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 very blessed. I've got a great wife, and I got great kids, and and I've got two great dogs. You can't beat that. You can't beat that. You can't beat that. I don't care who you are. I'm just as wealthy and rich. I have treasures just like the richest man in the world, because he probably doesn't have some of those things that I've been able to grasp. I'm really, really thankful. Anyway, enough about me and my birthday and my, I'm sorry if I'm just kind of gooing here, but anyway, we are here to answer wholesaler questions, and that's exactly what we're about to do. We're going to jump right into the questions right now. First question this week comes from a member of our Real Estate Wholesalers Club group here on Facebook, and that is Stephanie Eubanks. Stephanie is a member of our group here on Facebook, which, by the way, if you are not a member of our Facebook group, you are really missing out on something. We have a lot of people that touch in and have deals and buyers and questions, and they're learning and growing and developing. And so if you're not there, it's real easy. Just ask. All you got to do is find us on Facebook. It's the Real Estate Wholesalers Club, and you find us there. We'll let you right in. We're not stuffy people. We're not stuck up at all. Stephanie Eubanks says, Justin, just want to clarify before posting here in the Real Estate Wholesalers Club, can I post contracts for sale here? Correct? And I said, yes, please do. And if I could have put like, what do they call it? A GIF? The GIF. If I could put a GIF of me jumping up and down going, yes, 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 yes. Like Daniel Bryan from WWE. Absolutely. Yes, Stephanie. Please do put all of your contracts for sale here. And that goes for everyone else. Please, if you've got contracts for sale, if you're a real estate wholesaler and you found a motivated seller, you've got a property deal, please, 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 by all means, put that here on our group. I think you can even touch the little arrow when you go to post and put down there, I've got something for sale, and then it gives you extra ability to put in details about the properties, and just get it, whatever you got to do, get that information on there, because guys like me, guys like Ian Reeves, the guy that was here on guest a couple weeks ago, and there's lots and loads of others that would definitely be interested in taking a look at your property deals. And then I followed it up and I said, yeah, you. She said, oh, thank you. I've been told I should be in this group. And yes, 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 you should, Stephanie. We're glad that you're here. Thank you very much. So glad to see you. And I wanted to admonish you, encourage you to post and introduce yourself, and also, bring in anybody else to the group that you know needs to be here. If you know some folks that would benefit from the mentoring that comes here, from the training, the live broadcasts, or the ability to post their deals, or to find cash buyers, or to ask questions, whatever they may get from this group, please just go ahead and add them and tell them, hey, look, I added you to this group because it's pretty kick-ass, and I think you need to be a part of it. All right, question number 2. Let's get right to it. All right. This one here actually came from a member of our group too. His name, I don't think it's on the question, but it says we were already in a discussion, he and I, via email, and so I'm going to pick up kind of midway, but you'll catch up. He says this will be my first deal if everything works out with the offer. That being said, one of the main reasons I'm where I'm at is due to your content and the motivation you give within your content. God bless you, man. Hey, thanks, dude. I really appreciate the encouragement. I'm not Superman. I'm not made out of steel. I really like compliments, I really do. If you want to pat me on the back, I'll probably stand still all day and let you do it. But hey, I appreciate the kind words. He says, I'm in this game for the long haul. Hey, great, me too. So building great relationships with genuine people is more important to me than getting the whole pie to myself one time. Absolutely. I always say this, that you never get rich alone in this business, ever. You've never done a real estate transaction. You're never going to do a real estate transaction by yourself. It is just not possible, okay? You're going to have to learn how to get along with other people, influence other people, and how to win friends. And there's a great book by Dale Carnegie called How to Win Friends and Influence People. And if you haven't got the audio book, or you haven't gotten the print book, I give the print book away. In fact, in the Real Estate Wholesalers Club mentoring program, if you get into that, I give you that book right off the first 30 days for free, because you need that book. If you don't know how to win friends and influence people, then that's a great place to start. And really, your network is what your net worth is, okay? And so really what I'm trying to tell you is this guy is pardon the French, it's my birthday, but he's dead on balls accurate here. He's all about wanting to build great relationships with genuine people. That's more important to him than getting all of the pie to himself the first time. Well, yeah. And the reason why is because these guys, whoever that you treat like this, if they're equals with you or better in the business in your market, they're going to help share pie with you on down the road. And so you're going to want to definitely be the guy that shares the pie. Now he says here, if you're open to helping me, and I am, I'd be more than happy to split the profits with you on this first deal of mine, 50-50. If that sounds fair to you and you'd be willing to venture on this with me, I'd also like to share what my offer will be and the comps I've pulled on this one to make sure I give us enough room to negotiate so that everyone is happy in the end. Does that sound okay to you? Actually, that sounds more than okay to me. That's incredibly okay. If you want me to take a look at your deal and see what I think, yeah, I'll definitely do that. I want to be helpful if I can be. Also, he wants to know if I would joint venture with him or co-wholesale with him on this one, providing a buyer or source a buyer for him, and he wants to split the profits 50-50, and the answer to that is no. And the answer to that is no, because I don't do 50-50. Okay, now are you ready for the other shoe to drop? All right, it's a flip-flop in this case. It's not very heavy, because I do 60-40 where you get the 60 and I get the 40. Okay, that's what I like to do. And the reason I like to do that is because I want you to feel like you got paid for finding a property deal, which you and I both know is harder work than what I'm going to do. All right, so you're gonna find the property deal. This guy did. He brought it to me. In fact, I've got it up on my website right now. It's over in Hamilton, Missouri. So you're gonna want to go to www.justinchamness.com, which is, let's see, No. Where's JustinChamness.com? I'm trying to pull it up. It's not there. It doesn't matter. JustinChamness.com. That's where that real estate wholesale deal is at. If you're a cash buyer and you want to see it, okay, go take care of it. See it right there. It's in Hamilton, Missouri. It is a super good deal. This guy contracted it dirt cheap, okay, and we've got it priced dirt cheap. All right, pretty basic kind of rehab deal. It looks like to me. It's got a lot of square feet. It's got plenty of bedrooms and plenty of baths. In fact, I've made it the deal of the week.
And now,
yo, bring it back down, man. Bring it back now.
All right, question number 3. This guy's name got blacked out, and it shouldn't have. This is Charles Thomas. This guy's also a member of our Real Estate Wholesalers group here on Facebook. He says, Mr. Chamness, Charles Thomas here again. Quick question. I've located a property I'm viewing on Tuesday. It looks like a great deal, and I'd like to get it under contract. After viewing, what I want to ask is, do I have to provide title insurance the moment I get the contract signed, or after due diligence is over and I'm planning on putting it on your site to buyers? I'll let you know what the profit's going to be then. Okay, I think I understand the question, Charles, and really what it amounts to is you're asking about title insurance. Title insurance is just exactly what it sounds like. Title insurance is there's actually title insurance comes into play 2 different times during a real estate transaction, depending on what's happening in that transaction. Now, let me break it down for you really quickly and answer your question. When you, as a wholesaler, go to a seller and you get the house under contract, if you're intending on buying that property yourself and closing on it and doing a fix and flip or something like that, okay, yes, you're going to want to have title insurance. And that's why you put everything in escrow at the title company, because that's one of the main things that the title company, their responsibility is to provide title insurance. Now, who do they provide title insurance for? They provide title insurance paid for by the seller, okay? Paid for by the seller, generally, all right? But provided to the buyer, all right? And the reason why is because that title insurance says, hey, Mr. Buyer, the seller and the title company have put together and paid for a title insurance policy for you, Mr. Buyer, in case something that did not pop up when we did all the checks in there's something wrong with this title that you could not buy it clearly, and it be clearly and 100% yours. If something pops up, there's a insurance policy to take care of that. We are guaranteeing clear title. That's what they're doing. So it is paid for by the seller, and then it is issued to and on behalf of the buyer. Okay? Now, there could be a second title insurance that comes into play during a real estate transaction, and that's when a buyer is going to get a loan to pay for the property. Sometimes his lender will require that he provide and pay for, okay, that he pay for at the title company for them to provide title insurance that the lender becomes the benefit of, okay? So if something goes wrong, now the lender has a title insurance policy. Now, how does that affect, in either case, how does that affect a real estate wholesaler? It really doesn't, okay? Because I am not the buyer per se. I am a buyer, but I am going to assign my buying rights over to my buyer, and so it becomes an important matter for them. And because it's so routine here in the United States, the first thing the title company is going to do is a title check, and they're going to say, oh, yep, it looks clear. But then they're going to apply for title insurance to guarantee, okay, that if something goes wrong, there's money there to take care of things and everybody that's involved, all right? So once they apply for that title insurance, the seller is going to pay for it. Your buyer is going to receive that title insurance policy, the benefit of it, and at closing, all that's going to happen, and you're going to get paid your assignment fee as a wholesaler, and you're going to walk, the buyer's going to walk with the keys, and the seller's going to walk away with his profits or his money. He's going to get to walk away from the house. Now, if there's a lender involved and there's title insurance being required for that, then that's just going to be thrown in the process there. So as a wholesaler, you don't really have to buy title insurance. You don't buy title insurance when you sign the paperwork with the seller. You don't buy title insurance from the title company during the process. And you don't buy title insurance at closing. You never buy title insurance because the seller is actually going to be buying the title insurance and he's going to be giving it to the cash buyer that you place. Okay. Now, that's how that typically works. So as a real estate wholesaler, no, you don't need to be too concerned about how the title insurance is going to play out. In fact, you could do 100 wholesale deals and never even think about it. But in reality, you're not really you're not doing away with the concept. It's just being taken care of by the title company, okay? And between the seller and the buyer, and with the title company, they're just, they're on it like that. They're quick, and it's like, yeah, this is how it works, and they just kind of do things, okay? So you don't even have to, let them do their work, and your job as the wholesaler is to find the property deal, put it under contract, and then assign that contract over to your buyer. Okay, so that's basically, I hope that answers your question, Charles. We've had some good questions this week. In fact, I've got one other thing I want to talk about before we jump off of here, and then I get to go eat some birthday cake. What I want to talk about is tomorrow, and I think starting about every day, I'm going to start doing a daily video, I think, live. And the reason why is because there's so many questions coming in, man. Like, I get so many things that I want to put out here. People are asking me, how does this work? What do I do in this case? Can I do this? Or can you help me with this? Or, I want to get on here and just answer the question for everybody. And I've been getting tons and tons of questions. I've been getting tons and tons of really cool stories I want to share with you. So I'm thinking about going live pretty much every day. Now, that's quite a task to pull off, but I do want to go live every day. That I have great content to share. And honestly, like tomorrow, I've got some pretty good content. I want to talk tomorrow about what you look at when you go inside of a junker property to see as a wholesaler. What's the first things you need to go check out so you can kind of get an idea of what this place is and how much it's going to cost and what kind of pictures you need to get for your buyers. So one last thing, I've got a guy that is a good friend of mine on Facebook. Gosh, I love this guy. And if you don't know Scott Kennedy and you're not friends with him on Facebook, then you ought to. You ought to hit up Scott Kennedy. This guy is an encourager, man. I love him. He's a really good dude. And I've met with him a time or two. I think we have plans at some point to smoke a cigar and listen to Metallica. He's a cool dude. But he had this posted on his Facebook the other day. You can see it. I got it up on screen. He says, "Holy shit, I want this." It says the American Classic something.info. Meet the new 2019 Chevy Chevelle. And I know this is not real estate, but it kind of is. So hang on. Now, the conversation started between he and I because I love that kind of car. Man, that's a cool ass car. But I think the last one they ever made was 1976, and they kind of started going downhill after 1970. So everybody kind of wants them between 65 and 72. And I have searched and searched and searched and searched, Scott, and I cannot find this car being made in 2019. And maybe I'm just loopy. I don't know, man. I would think it'd be all over. But I have looked for the 2019 model of the Chevy Chevelle, and I can't get it. And why is that important? Because me and Scott both decided that we were going to race. Not when we get the car. We're going to race to get the car, okay? So we both decided that we had to have one of these pimpy rides right here. And we were going to race, and who could pay for it with passive income first. That's a great challenge. Guys, I want you to get to know people in this group and spark friendships and relationships and challenge each other just like that. This stuff is incredible. I would love to have a car like that, Scott, but I just simply do not think it exists, man. So we're gonna have to call off the bet, and we need to schedule our time for some cigars and some Metallica. That sounds cool to me. Anyway, guys, I'm going to sign off for today. I love you all. Thanks for joining me on the live show this week, this Wednesday at noon. I hope I answered some of your questions. If you have some questions that you want to send in, please, by all means, hit me up through Facebook or social media. Let me know what they are. A lot of times these people don't even know they're going on the live show. I just screenshot, save, boom, here we go. Bam, we're on the live show with your question. And that's pretty cool. I love doing this. I think this is fun. I kind of get that moral high ground feeling like I'm really helping somebody, and it strokes me, man. It's my birthday. I'm just going to be flat out honest with you. Hey, I love you guys. Don't miss tomorrow. I'm going to try to chime in tomorrow with this walkthrough on this property deal that we got cooking right now, and talk about, what we're looking at and what we're looking for and kind of how it works. All right, we'll see you then. Let me know if I can help you. Hey, thanks for watching, but don't forget to post, introduce yourself, tag a friend, like us, leave a comment, subscribe, share this video. Just do something. Don't just sit there. There's all that money out there. You got to get going. Get in motion. This is Motion Real Estate.